The way you think and feel about yourself, including your beliefs and expectations about what's possible for you, determines everything in your life. It shapes every action you take and every result you achieve. When you change the quality of your thinking, you change the quality of your life. Sometimes, the change is instant. The power of your thoughts. You have complete control over one thing in this universe, your thinking. You decide what you're going to think in any given situation. Your thoughts trigger your feelings, positive or negative, and your feelings lead to your actions. Those actions then determine the results you get. It all starts with your thoughts. Positive thinking versus negative thinking. Positive thinking is life-enhancing. It empowers you. It makes you stronger, more confident, and healthier. Positive thinking isn't just a motivational idea. It has measurable effects on your personality, your health, your energy, and your creativity. The more positive and optimistic you are, the happier you'll be in every area of your life. Negative thinking, on the other hand, disempowers you. It weakens you. It robs you of your confidence and your ability to succeed. Negative thoughts can even poison your relationships and make you physically ill. Positive thinking leads to mental health and peak performance, while negative thinking leads to mental illness and decreased effectiveness. The law of substitution. But here's the great news. You can choose your thoughts. The law of substitution says that your mind can only hold one thought at a time, positive or negative. You can substitute a positive thought for a negative one at any time. Whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively, intentionally replace it with something positive. Over time, this practice will become a habit, and thinking positively will become automatic. Starve your negative emotions. Your negative emotions were learned, and what has been learned can be unlearned. Negative emotions are not permanent unless you keep feeding them with your thoughts. Whenever you think about something that makes you angry or upset, you're feeding that emotion. But if you choose not to focus on it, that emotion will eventually fade. Like a fire without fuel, negative emotions will die out once you stop giving them energy. When you stop feeding negativity, your mind will automatically fill with positive emotions, those that generate happiness, fulfillment, and success. The sources of negative emotions. There are 4 main causes of negative emotions: justification, identification, inward considering, and blame. Justification is when you rationalize your anger or unhappiness. You tell yourself and others why you're justified in feeling the way you do. But every time you do this, you're keeping your negative emotions alive. The moment you stop justifying your anger and instead choose to let go, you start regaining control. Stop justifying. To stop justifying your negative emotions, choose to think differently. Instead of holding on to anger, you can say, maybe they're having a tough day, or I don't know what they're going through. By making excuses for others instead of justifying your negative emotions, you stop feeding the fire of anger. The more you do this, the more your emotional control strengthens, and soon, you'll find it easier to let go of negativity and embrace peace. 2 time periods. There are 2 time periods in life, the past and the future. The present moment is fleeting. You can focus on what happened in the past, which you can't change, or you can focus on what's possible in the future, over which you have control. Stop wasting emotional energy on things you can't change. The past is gone, but the future is full of possibilities. Shift your focus to what you can create, what you can achieve, and what you can do in the next moment. The power of letting go. A psychiatrist with over 25 years of experience shared that the 2 most common words he hears from unhappy people are "if only." People get stuck in the past, unable to move forward because they hold on to something that happened or didn't happen that they can't change. They hold on to anger, resentment, and regret over a parent, a partner, a failed investment, or some other loss. But your past does not have to define your future. You can choose to let go, move forward, and focus on what's next. Your life is not defined by the past. The truth is, your life will always have problems. Everyone faces setbacks, difficulties, and temporary failures. That's just a natural part of life. But the key to success is not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. You have the power to decide, right now, to stop being a slave to the past and start living fully in the present. Let go of the if-onlys and embrace the possibility of today. Reinterpret your past. Wayne Dyer, a renowned author and speaker, says, "It's never too late to have a happy childhood." What he means is that you can reinterpret the past. You don't have to stay angry or upset about what happened. You can choose to see it differently. The experiences you went through, no matter how painful, helped shape you into the person you are today. They made you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You can even choose to feel grateful for the lessons they taught you. When you look at the struggles in your past, remember that your parents, your teachers, your role models, and the people who hurt you did the best they could with what they had. They were not perfect, and neither are you. But it's time to let go of the resentment and move forward. Don't take it personally. Another major cause of negative emotions is taking things personally. When you become attached to an outcome, a person, or a situation, it's easy to feel offended or upset when things don't go your way. But the truth is, most of the time, people aren't thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. This doesn't mean that people won't hurt you, but it does mean that you don't have to let their actions control your emotions. Instead of getting upset, practice detachment. Recognize that their behavior is not a personal attack on you. It's their stuff, not yours. As the great psychologist William James said, "The first step in dealing with any difficulty is to be willing to have it so. Accept the situation for what it is. Detach emotionally, and regain control. Only then can you think clearly and make better decisions." The opinion of others. One of the biggest traps people fall into is seeking approval from others. We often make decisions based on what we think others will think of us. But here's the truth. No one cares as much about your life decisions as you do. If you've been making choices out of fear of judgment, it's time to stop. Don't live your life according to what others think or expect from you. Be honest with yourself about who you are, what you want, and what you stand for. Self-acceptance is the foundation of true self-esteem. The respect of others. What truly matters is earning the respect of those who matter most to you, people whose values align with yours. In life, you'll encounter people who criticize or try to tear you down. But remember, the people who truly matter are those who have earned your respect. Work on living a life that aligns with your values and principles, and the respect you seek will naturally follow. Set high standards. The most successful people in history have one thing in common. They set high standards for themselves. They modeled their lives after people they admired, heroes, leaders, or great thinkers. They constantly strive to improve and be better than they were the day before. The question is, who are your role models? Who inspires you to be the best version of yourself? Take the time to study their lives, their struggles, and their successes. Let their example fuel your journey. Letting go isn't just about moving on from the past, it's about choosing to stop letting anything or anyone control your peace of mind. When you let go of old wounds, when you detach emotionally from situations, when you stop caring about what others think, and when you set high standards for yourself, you reclaim your power. Take control of your life. Let go of the past. Detach from negativity, and move forward with purpose. You are capable of achieving greatness, and it all starts with the decision to let it go. The key to a better life lies in your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. By choosing positive thoughts, replacing negativity with empowerment, and eliminating unnecessary emotions like anger and blame, you take control of your destiny. You have the power to transform your life, starting with your thoughts. When you change your thinking, you change your life. If you enjoyed this message and want to live a life of success and fulfillment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more motivational content, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, your mindset is the key to your success.